Welcome back to the Hood News Fantasy Football Podcast. This is episode 75. We got some NFL news for you guys. I got my dog with me here, BBTB.
Yes, sir, bro. The real honey, bro. That can make it, bro. Come on, bro. MFB. Sorry, bro. No one likes you, bro.
And I'm your host, Keem. As you heard from BBTB, MFB could not make it, unfortunately. He got a lot going on. You feel me? So, anyways, this episode is going to be NFL news. We are on the final week before the season starts. And so there's a lot of things that happened this week. And I'm hoping you guys did not do any of your drafts yet. If you did, I'm sorry. It kind of throws off the drafts when you don't have all the information, especially when changes are being made before the season starts. That's why we always say draft the last weekend before the season starts. Every league is different. Sometimes you can do it, sometimes you can't. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump on in to the first topic. Joe Mixon has been placed on, I believe it's NFIR, which means he will miss minimum the first 4 games of the season, if I'm not mistaken. And so there's no actual limit to how many games he can miss. He can technically miss more than that, but it's a minimum of 4. How do you feel about Joe Mixon?
Honestly, he's going to be dropping in a lot of drafts. You still need to draft him if he's like going rounds 9, 10, 11, like somewhere around there, because he's just going to be out. Right now, minimum it's 4. Maximum, realistically, what? 8 games? If Joe Mixon comes back with that kind of caliber of offense, Joe Mixon is the clear better running back in Houston. Nick Chubb is there. Don't get me wrong. He's still decent. He's going to be the starter. But when Joe Mixon comes back, he could be like a sneaky league winner. I'm just letting you know. It's like, who you going to draft in the 9th round, realistically? A kicker? You know what I'm saying?
Brandon Aubrey.
You're not wrong, but I'm just saying could be league winner for. I'm just saying like could be, like for running back. Running backs are scarce.
Yeah, I kind of want to put in your mind the idea of Nick Chubb last year. So he came back after, it's probably like week 8 or week 9, middle of the season or so. And so that was, I took some shots on him late in drafts, but he didn't perform for me. And so I don't know, it feels a little bit risky. I feel like if you are in round 9, Brandon Aubrey just went in your face. Let's say Broncos defense, their number 1 defense, I think ranked, just went as well. And you're not really feeling comfortable taking another defense or another kicker. All the really good players are off the board. You already have a QB. None of the QBs look good. Maybe you could consider taking Mixon there because you feel like there's no other options and you're like, whatever. Like if he does something cool, if he doesn't, I'm not losing out much. But in my opinion, he's a very risky play, no matter where you take him. He's out minimum of 4 games, and they have a week 6 bye. So my guess would be they would keep him out week 5. Why bring him back before the bye week?
Yeah.
So realistically, you're getting him for, week 7 through end of the season. So you're getting him for about 10 or 11 weeks. He's missing for, I'm pretty sure 5 weeks, the first 5 weeks. So if you're willing to take that risk, because who knows if he comes back, if he's going to be fully healthy. It seems like there's a lot of kind of unknowns around this injury and around what's going on. I don't know if you have any news or if you saw any news about what injury he's dealing with. I think they were saying it's a Lens Frank, like a foot thing. Yeah, but we don't know what it is. And so I don't know. It kind of feels like McCaffrey last year, where there's just this injury that pops up and they're just like, oh, well, we're looking into it and, we'll figure things out. And I think they came forward and said this about Mixon now to avoid what the Niners dealt with last year with McCaffrey. It seems like a very similar situation. In my opinion, I would not really look to grab Mixon unless it was really late and same idea where there's no other options. Like you just take him just because you don't know who else to take.
Respect.
Let's move on to Rashee Rice, who has officially been suspended for the first 6 games of the season. How do you feel about Rashee Rice and taking him in drafts?
Hesitant. I'll be honest, but how do I explain it? It's kind of gonna go back to like the Mixon thing. Rashee Rice
Yeah.
is gonna drop. I don't think it's gonna be a significant drop. A significant drop because
Focus.
he's still a dog. You know, he's not hurt. He's just suspended.
He's
And
coming back from ACL.
oh, that too. So kind of helps him
It was a
in a way.
clean ACL tear. Remember when Mahomes ran into him?
Oh
So
wow.
he's coming back from an ACL tear from last year.
Okay, so
Think about a couple things here, right? Worthy was going off end of last year. I think his last 3 games he was popping off crazy. Right?
mhm,
You have Rashee Rice who's coming back week 7, right? So he goes 7, 8, 9, and then week 10 bye, right? So you're getting him
mhm.
for 3 games. You're getting him for 6 games before the playoffs. So realistically, I'm not taking him unless he's going to be on my bench. Like
For
if I don't
sure.
have my full team, I'm talking like I need my tight end, my quarterback, everything. Before that, I'm not taking Rashee Rice. It's just not worth it for me. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna realistically pick Rashee Rice with any of my like 1 through 9 picks, I'll be honest. But if he's 10, 11, 12, I'd probably just pick him up at that
bench
point.
stash, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
it.
at that point, I mean, in my opinion, if you can get a good rookie, I would rather take a shot on a rookie than on Rashee Rice and then not have him for however many games.
Yeah.
Although when he comes back, he could pop off, so maybe worth it to take him as a bench piece. Amari Cooper picked up by the Raiders. It was what, like a $3 million 1-year contract or $4 million or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's a very small contract, but it's a 1-year contract, so he's back. And to go with that news, Jakobi Meyers requested a trade.
Oh,
So that happened as well.
damn. What
So
the hell happened?
he probably found out Amari Cooper's coming and he was just like, I want out. I think they were saying he wants to get paid. And that's why he requested a trade. But I believe today is the 27th of August while we're recording this. I believe he practiced with the team. So he's not sitting out. He's not doing a holdout or anything.
Yeah, it's like too late to ask for money, bro. What are you talking about?
I think what I heard was that he saw everyone else getting paid, and he's like, I want to get paid too. So he's like, he requested a trade.
Tripping. But with the Amari Cooper news, I really like that because yeah, Amari Cooper was last year on the Bills and he didn't do anything. He was
Yep.
a lot of hype around him. But the Bills receivers are known to not do that good. I'm just saying. Like it's like Khalil Shakir's whatever, like, you know.
He was just
Jaw
distributing the ball a lot to everyone. So there was no one true alpha receiver in Buffalo.
exactly. Well, what Geno Smith likes to do, he likes to sling that thing. So I think Amari Cooper can be a fire flex player. Fire flex player.
Where do you
So
take him? Okay, let me ask you this. Do you take Amari Cooper first or Jakobi Meyers first? Who is higher value in your eyes?
Jakobi.
Okay. And do you think that this brings down the value of Jakobi Meyers? Because
No.
he's going, I think 6th or 7th round, depending on your draft.
That's roughly I'd probably put Jakobi at as well.
Okay. But Amari Cooper signing with the Raiders doesn't change your view on what Jakobi Meyers can do.
Just that offense just looks more complete. Amari Cooper, Jakobi Meyers, Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, Geno Smith playing like lights out the past 2 years, obviously in Seattle now and
Yeah.
the Raiders. The Raiders defense looks solid right now. Everyone's healthy. Like Raiders, like fantasy wise, I feel like could be solid.
Yeah, I mean, there's potential. I think it takes a slight hit on Jakobi Meyers in my eyes, just because there's now another big target that can pull targets away from him, can pull targets away from Brock Bowers. It just feels like he has another target or another player to compete with for targets. So that's kind of annoying, honestly, and it kind of muddies the water. But I still like him. I would be hesitant to take him. I might take a shot on like the rookie from the Bucks, Egbuka, however you say his name.
Yeah.
I might take a shot on
Ukabuga.
him. Yeah, over Jakobi Meyers after hearing the news of Amari Cooper signing. Let's move on from those two topics and move into Brian Robinson traded to the 49ers. I don't remember when. Was this late last week that this happened? Or was
Yeah.
it early this week? Okay, so it was a little bit earlier last week or late last week. Does this change anything for the Niners, like in terms of McCaffrey backfield?
Literally nothing. McCaffrey, if healthy, will get the snaps. Brian Robinson will get probably a couple plays if McCaffrey's feeling like a little tired, or if they're up. Hella.
Does he just take over the Garendo role?
He takes over the Garendo role, literally.
Okay. Just basically a backup, or if they're getting destroyed or they're dominating.
Or if somehow the receivers are so dogging the Niners, because McCaffrey has lined up at receiver before for the Niners. They put McCaffrey at the slot and they put in Brian Robinson at running back. So
they're not doing that.
I'm just saying that they've done it before.
They're not going to line him up. Maybe in a case where they're making a playoff push, but this year is
just saying.
I mean, yeah, that would be a very rare case.
If you're a McCaffrey owner, Brian Robinson handcuff. Wherever he's going that round, get the handcuff.
I would just be aware that if you're taking McCaffrey, Brian Robinson his ADP is still high. He should fall in drafts, but people might think like,
he should. What's his ADP?
I actually haven't seen it recently, but I just know that he should be going where Garendo was going, 10th round, 12th round, like late in the draft. You know what I mean? Like he shouldn't be going where he was before when he was at Washington.
For sure.
So does this mean that Bill is now the running back one in Washington?
Who's Bill?
His name is like Jakobi Krosky, bro. He has like 3 names, but
I thought it's Austin Eckler, no?
No, have you not? Jeez, man. So go look him up. Just look up Washington Bill. So there's a rookie running back that was drafted in the 7th round. The Washington Commanders evaluated him as a 3rd round pick. He's been tearing it up. He's been resting with the starters. So people are saying he's the number 1 running back on the team. And he's been apparently doing really well. He scored a couple touchdowns in the preseason. So I think that in Washington, he'll be the number 1.
It's literally listed as Austin Eckler as the RB1.
On the current depth chart?
On the current depth chart. I thought, brother, I'm going Austin Eckler, Jeremy McNichols, and then Jakobi Krosky, bro. Whoever the broski is, bro.
He's been gaining a lot of steam in preseason. I think he will take over the backfield. Eckler is listed above him, but Eckler's washed, man. Like he's just old. Personally, I would avoid that backfield until a late round stab. Like you just take whoever, you know. So just be mindful of the Washington backfield. It's kind of murky.
Hey, bro. That passing game. Talk to him, Kimo.
Next piece of news, McLaurin got paid. He got what he wanted, $96 million, 3 years. That's fire. And honestly, what he was looking for. So do you like where McLaurin is going in drafts? Do you like him this year? Do you feel iffy about Debo there?
Love it. Absolutely love it. Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, Debo Samuel, knock off Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I'm telling you right now, that offense is going to do damage, brother. Damage.
So do you feel like Debo is a good late pickup, like a good bench piece?
Definitely. 100%. I'm telling you right, like Debo's not washed. He is not washed. Trust me.
Very washed last year.
Yeah. He's better now.
He looked. Why? Why would that have changed?
Because he knows that he's on a NFC. What you call it? It was Washington and the Eagles, for the NFC East championships, or no, just the NFC championships, right? It was Eagles versus Washington, I think.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is basically that's a team that's trying to make a playoff push, obviously to the Super Bowl. they're going to play solid. And so you get one of those players. Trust me. Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, Debo. You'll be happy with one of those players on your team if they don't get injured.
His average fantasy points per game last season was 8.5. He had a
He'll be better. He'll be a great flex option in between like 11 to 14.
Okay. He had, let's see, from after week 10, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games that were under 5 fantasy points. Oh, no, under 10 fantasy points. And then one game above 20. It was week 6 against Miami.
It was just bad. Debo's a dog.
Okay. All right. If you believe it. I think where he's going is fair. I wouldn't reach for Debo though.
Where's he going?
I believe it's in, I would have to actually look it up in the current ADP rankings.
Okay.
But that would be something to look at. Anyways, we can move on from Terry McLaurin getting paid. A couple other pieces of news. These are a lot less important pieces of news. So if you're happy with this news and you don't need to know anything else, then you can go ahead and drop off. But a couple more things. We'll talk about Daniel Jones was named the starter in Indianapolis. We did talk about this before. We're bringing it back up for you guys so that you're aware, because this is important when you're drafting players from the Colts. You have to think about who are the receivers there. Josh Downs, Michael Pittman. They got that rookie tight end, Tyler Warren, who's been gaining a lot of steam. Everyone thinks it's going to be the next, Brock Bowers situation. And with Daniel Jones as the quarterback, it bumps all of their numbers. He's a more accurate thrower than Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson was just slanging it deep balls all day, and and he was not very accurate with his throws. And so the offense couldn't really move the ball that well, which also took a hit on Jonathan Taylor. So with Daniel Jones being named the starter, that helps. Everyone on the team gets a slight bump, in my opinion.
BBTB hot take. What's a video without BBTB hot take? Jonathan Taylor will finish as a top 3 back.
I like Jonathan Taylor this year.
I'm telling you, JT, look, I know the audience that's listening are the people that I'm drafting with. I'm going to hit y'all with some knowledge.
There's about probably like 2 viewers that are going to watch this before they draft.
Like 3.
And we're 2 of them. Go ahead and I'll say what you're saying.
So Jonathan Taylor, I'm telling you, Daniel Jones does not scramble as much as Anthony Richardson. Mm-hmm. He doesn't. So Jonathan Taylor is going to be fed the ball with these drop-offs. He's going to play that Kamara role. I'm telling you right now, Jonathan Taylor, I don't know how he's going middle to late second round. I just don't see it. If I'm in the second round, whatever pick I am, besides if I'm pick 9, obviously you're going to get the other one. But I'm talking about let's say if you're pick 7, in between 3 through 7, Jonathan Taylor should be your second round pick.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know necessarily. It depends on where he goes in your drafts, but I like JT. I like him this year. I think he's going to be a dog. He was injured. I want to say the last 2 seasons he had some injuries he kept dealing with. But
always, yeah.
But yeah, his first couple seasons he was not injured and he was nuts. He's going crazy. Mm-hmm. They paid him. It was I think 2 years ago, or was it?
Paid him fat.
Yeah, was it last year or 2 years ago? I don't remember. Either way, he did that holdout thing, made a big fuss, and then he met with the owner of the Colts and they talked things out, and then he got paid. So, I mean, they like him and they know what he has or what he's capable of. So, Daniel Jones being named the starter helps Jonathan Taylor. He should be going earlier in drafts.
Mm-hmm.
That's it on the Colts with Daniel Jones. Another piece of news. Why is this in here?
That's my boy.
So Spencer Rattler has been named the starter in the Saints.
Huge news. Biggest news that there is out of all 10.
This is not really important news.
Listen.
So a bad team is now still just as bad.
No.
So New Orleans Saints are currently, exactly how they were last season. Was he not the starter last season? Weren't they terrible?
Doesn't matter, bruh. Doesn't matter.
It
But let me
does.
explain
I
something.
promise it does.
Look, Spencer Rattler, rookie year last year, going into his second year. What does he like to do? He likes to sling that thing.
Go get James Winston. What was that?
I love him, low key. But what I'm trying to say is that I think Kamara, Olave, who's the other homie? Rashid Shaheed. They have upside fantasy wise. I'm just saying. Look, I really do think that they will be solid fantasy pieces. I'm being so serious.
I can't take you seriously though, because you're smiling too much. You have to get serious for a minute and not smile
I'll
at
be
the
so
camera
serious.
and say, okay, get really serious and do it again.
Kamara, league winner.
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Oh. Kamara, league winner. Olave, sleeper flex player. Rashid Shaheed, just stash him on your bench. Or you'll pick him up from the waivers at some point and he'll be a dog.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get behind that, buddy. I'll be honest with you. I just don't know. Let me go ahead and look through the current ADP rankings and find out where your boy is going, Chris Olave.
I think sixth round.
No,
Right,
he's
six?
going, this is what, 90? So I did not see.
Round 8?
Hold on, no, relax. I'm doing math here. Okay, he's going right around Calvin Ridley. Would you say Calvin Ridley or Chris Olave?
Ridley.
Would you take Travis Hunter or Chris Olave?
Olave.
Okay. Would you take Jameson Williams from Detroit or Olave?
Olave.
Yeah, you're high.
Olave.
Romo Dunze.
Olave.
I see that one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the next couple receivers are pretty cheap. Oh, Jerry Jeudy or Olave?
Judy.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Olave was not really doing much last year as it was.
He got concussed.
Dude, because he's getting thrown hospital balls by Derek Carr.
Exactly. Homie retired, bruh.
Yeah, because he sent him almost to his death. So he probably felt bad and was like, all right, I'm quitting football now because I clearly am going to get someone killed. And so he made a very, very wise decision and retired. But yeah, Spencer Rattler, the only player that this 100% benefits is Kamara. That Kamara is now like elevated. You know what I mean? I don't know about playoff run because as you get closer to playoffs, there's no way the Saints are making a playoff push. I will be kind of shocked, and I will take it back and say the Saints are bueno.
If you're going to take it back, buddy.
I promise. I don't think I am. Let's be honest here. So Spencer Rattler, Kamara up, everyone else. Like I wouldn't really.
Wow.
I'm gonna be honest. Rattler's not good. He's just not, man. He just really is not good. I know they didn't really have a team last year and they didn't really have any receivers, so I didn't really watch. He didn't get to play with Olave.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just move on because we're just going to keep extending this. I can talk about this all night about how bad they are, and you're going to keep going back.
All right, brother, move on.
Last piece of news: Adam Thielen to the Vikings. He's back. The only reason I threw this piece in there is that I was targeting Thielen at the end of drafts, like as a bench piece, because there's no one else. I mean, there's McMillan and then Leggett, I guess, and then Thielen was a good end zone target for Bryce Young. So I liked him. I think where he was going, it was fair. I think he would have a couple touchdowns here and there, and it was a solid bench piece, a stash. But now that he's back on the Vikings, I mean, honestly, with JJ McCarthy, it could be about similar value, but I don't know does he go above Naylor, or where does he go on the depth chart? Does he just go as like a backup? You know what I mean?
No, he'll play. He's probably like going to be the third option, fourth option there. But take this news with Justin Jefferson. I feel like that makes Justin Jefferson's case a lot better because when JJ and Adam Thielen were together, Adam Thielen was routing up homies, and JJ was getting the ball. And so I feel like the same thing is going to happen. And Hawkinson had that fire season as well. I think that was when he got traded from the Lions to the Vikings at midseason. Hawkins was killing it with Thielen. Bro, I'm telling you, adding Thielen just elevates the other guys because Thielen's going really, really late in rounds or just undrafted. So JJ's up, Hawkinson's up, and Thielen could be a potential piece, but down the line.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if there's any value. He had value when he was on
Carolina.
the Panthers because he was basically the number 2. The number 1's McMillan, who they drafted, and then there was no number 2. So he had the potential to be the number 2. When he's on the Vikings, he becomes the number 4 because you got TJ Hawkinson, you got Jay Jettis, you got Addison, you got TJ Hawkinson, and then you have Thielen. So now he's the number 4 option. So it's like his value now is wherever he's going to the draft at the end of the draft, you just leave him there. Honestly, he's not really worth drafting. So
yeah.
So in my opinion, I would probably take him as a last round of the draft piece, but he's not really worth much in my opinion. Anyways, that'll do it for this episode. BBTB's distracted. I think there's flies buzzing around his room or something.
Sorry, bro. Just something going on.
It's all right. I'm just messing. That'll do it for this episode. We may have missed some news. There may be more news that comes out. Who knows? We're only middle of the week right now, so there could be more news that comes out tomorrow or the day after. This is another reminder, guys, why you draft the last weekend before the season starts, and if possible, the Wednesday before the season starts. If you can get a draft going that night and do a remote draft, cool. But if you want to do it in person, obviously the weekend before the season starts, do your drafts then. Because there's news like this that comes out that completely throws off your draft.
I was going to just jump in real quick. Draft tips real quick for y'all, right? Whatever player you want and you find him kind of like a round away and you don't think that you're going to get him, reach for him. I'm telling you now, reach for him. I'm just going to give you an example, right? Let's just say you're pick 5, you're going into round 3. So what is that? You're technically pick 29. James Cook is pick ADP's at 37. Reach if you're feeling James Cook, like something like that. So I'm just letting you know if you want a player, reach for the player. Because if you don't get it, you're gonna be hella irritated, or you just got to get lucky with whatever player falls to you. Reach for the players, do your research. I'm telling you right now, I've been successful like this the past few years for reaching for the guys that I want. Don't trip over what ADP they're going at, you know? Like I reached for Tyreek Hill at the end of the second round in one of my drafts. Sorry, Tyreek Hill, 3rd round player. I'm like, yo, I have to get him. So, letting you know.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's a strategy, especially if you're on the ends. As you're coming to your pick, there's maybe let's say your 4th pick, you got 3 people in front of you that are both going to get all 3 of them will get 2 picks before it gets back to you. If there's a guy on the board that you want and you're thinking, he might fall to me. If you're sure about that player and you really like that player, then take that player. But if you're not sure, then that's when you say, you know what? If he falls to me, then cool. If he doesn't, it's cool. Take whatever the best pick is. But yeah, definitely do reach for players that you really feel and believe in. And then you'll be at least happy that you took the players that you wanted and you have the team that you want versus getting whatever's left over at the end.
Yes, sir.
Good luck in your guys' drafts. I hope you guys do well. If you have any questions for us, let us know in the Discord.
Let us know.
Always around. We may not respond right away. Try to mention us in the Discord so it pops up. We get notifications for it. Feel free to tag any of us. Say me, BBTB, MFB. BBTB is Off the Dome. MFB is Stats. And I am... A lot of it's just like gut feeling for me. So I just go with my gut, like what I feel. It's a mix of stats and just heart. Sometimes I hate players and I just don't like them. But yeah, feel free to ask us, and then we'll give you our best opinions. You can take our opinions. I will say at the end of the day, go with your gut. when you're making a pick. Just go
Definitely.
with your gut, and you'll always be happy that you went with what you decided. But that'll do it for this episode. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.